There is no recipe, just memories.
He actually took the Yong Tau Foo idea and he worked his own preferences. It became a very Joe special Yong Tau Foo. It smells about there, but I don't remember seeing so many dots.
Joseph died suddenly in a car accident 2 years ago.
If we can make this dish, it will help us to remember him and celebrate him.
And now it's on me to recreate Joe's Hakka Yong Tau Foo. I'm on my way to a columbarium to meet with Kim. Her husband Joseph was a Christian missionary who died in a car accident after a teaching trip in Turkey 2 years ago. So is this where Joseph's resting place is?
No, it's not where his resting place is. This is actually where his father is laid to rest. The father died about a year ago.
So where is Joseph's resting place?
His ashes are scattered in different parts of the world.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, because he used to work in a missions organization.
Okay.
It's called Youth with a Mission. So he went to different parts of the world, and so I thought it was meaningful for his ashes to be away.
So where in the world is he scattered actually?
His ashes are in Beirut, in Lebanon actually, in the cedar forest. So I adopted a tree and I put his ashes there. The other place is in Antakya, Turkey. So Joe believed in missions. That's why he went to many, many places. When he goes to visit people there, he actually cooks. Yeah, so he'll bring like bak kut teh spice and then the chicken rice. And the food represents hospitality and love. It's just how he just shows love to people.
So was he close to his father?
I wouldn't say they were exactly close. When he was in his early 20s, he actually left home because some tension. And yeah, he left home and stayed away for a while. But when he left home, one of the things that he brought with him was the memories of the Hakka Yong Tau Foo. This is a dish that the father cooks when they have a big get-together, Chinese New Year, or special birthdays. So I think it has special meaning. So through the years, he actually took the Yong Tau Foo idea and he worked his own preferences. It became a very Joe special Yong Tau Foo. And also, making Yong Tau Foo is a very labor-intensive thing. So it shows a lot of effort involved if he only cooked it for special occasions. It's close to 2 years since Joe passed. If we can make this dish, it will help us to remember him and celebrate him. So if you can help us with the recipe, I really, really would appreciate it.
As a teen, Joseph often helped his dad in the kitchen, especially with Hakka Yong Tau Foo, their go-to dish for family celebrations. I've never made Hakka Yong Tau Foo before. To get it right, I need to break it down to understand its roots. Kim never got the recipe from Joseph, so I've invited her to join me as I uncover how traditional Hakka Yong Tau Foo is made. This is Plum Village, a 42-year-old establishment that's probably Singapore's oldest Hakka restaurant, still serving up traditional fare just as it did decades ago. 今天我们要跟你学怎么做你的客家酿豆腐。
好，我先所要的是示范怎样去打肉碎先哦。
好，
这颗肉碎大概是1 kg 半啊，鱼酱啊，蛋，地补啊，
这是那个
扁鱼啦，
扁鱼粉，
扁鱼，它基本上是这样的，拿去炸了啊，去搅炸了哦，干哦，它变成那个粉啊。
So Mr. Lai 做这个客家的永岛福，他用那个猪肉碎跟那个鱼酱，他一直都是这样子做的吗？
一般上来讲的话，是早期的话，在我们的原乡就可能没有用到鱼浆了啦，因为它是山区啦，一般上它只是用薯粉啊。来到南洋的话，因为海味比较多，鱼酱容易拿了，他们就掺鱼浆下去，鱼酱变成一种海味的味道。
这个扁鱼粉，
啊
通常你们会放这个东西吗？还是放那种？
来到南洋会，因为拿去晒干了啊，拿去炸了比较有香味啦。大概拍6下了哈，把它给它有一种凝结力比较强，比较有弹性啊。
哦，知道了知道了，哇，真的是一个功夫来的。
啊，那么我们就先把它豆干切起来先。
OK
一样的时候一定要用筷子了。
哎，为什么要用筷子呢？
因为筷子这样子，看一下里面就不同了，不平了啦。
哦
藕头不平了，它的绞肉啊容易进里面了哈，就这样了哈。
来帮我试一下。
哎，OK，
先把筷子这样子吗？
啊对。
So you can see it's really a laborious task,
Yeah, one by one.
one by one.
就是说，因为你把肉已经酿进去了，所以就叫做酿豆腐了。
哦，是，所以是酿进去，所以是酿豆腐。哦，那以前是他们用豆腐吗？
以前他们是北方来讲，可能用北方的吃饺子来转变成酿豆腐了。
The Hakka originated in northern China, but war pushed them down south to the mountains and coasts of Guangdong and Fujian, where the land reshaped their food.
因为来到南方可能没有卖了，所以他们就很少会找到饺子的皮了，所以用豆腐来代替了。
Nice. OK，
拿进里面蒸。
放上去。为什么要先蒸呢？如果你要用水煮还是用汤煮，就直接放进去就好了嘛。
打破了它都会散出来。
哦。
蒸了它都结碎了。
So by pre-steaming the Yong Tau Foo, right? Actually, what that does is it makes sure that the inside is cooked. Yeah. So whether you fry it or you put it into soup, you know that it's definitely going to be done. So Kim, does Joseph cook it the soup way or the fried way?
We prefer the fried way.
Okay, I understand. Okay, the food is here. That is actually really yummy. So, how does this differ, or is it similar to Joseph's?
I think Joe's a bit crispier.
Crispier.
I think the similarities are the minced pork and fish paste.
So, in terms of like the fish paste and the pork, is this more meaty than his?
I think maybe a bit more fish. So the one thing that's quite different is that he serves, with other types of vegetables also. He will have like bitter gourd, chili,
Okay.
tau pork, and brinjal,
Brinjal.
and also Chinese mushroom.
Okay.
One special ingredient that you don't see in like most places is that he has this oyster meatball. He used the dried oyster and then he wraps the meat around the oyster.
I see, I see. Wow, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I've never seen it
Yeah.
anywhere except him.
Is it also fried?
Yeah, he does the fried version
Okay.
of that.
So Kim, why haven't you tried making it yourself?
It's a lot of work, number one. I mean, and secondly, I don't
Okay.
know how to do it. I don't normally go into the kitchen when he's doing this.
I see.
I do have a photo. So this one he made for his friend. It's a more just relaxed style.
Okay.
Then this one is the more fine dining one.
It looks very atas, this one. Okay.
He did it to raise funds. Then you can see that it's brown.
Right. So this is darker colored. Do you see the oyster meatball inside? I can't really find it.
I think don't have. Not here. I don't think he made it for this occasion.
Then maybe it's something that I really need to investigate because I have no idea what an oyster meatball is, honestly. I've never had it in my life. So I've done my research and I've come to a place in South Awi that sells Hakka Yong Tau Foo and especially this oyster meatball. Hello! Mr. Cha has been actually selling it since 1984. Wow, 很大力嘞，你的。 它的味道
很香，
很香哎。
啊，
这是那种干的，对不对？
对。
然后你怎样呢
反正整包的干干的了。
？OK，
来震水，
还要震水。
来你拿住。
OK， 我拿住这样。
来
OK。哦，你给它包是这样子。哦。
盖住盖住那
盖住
啊，你看盖住美美哦。来，给你
我试一下。
啊，
可以拿一点。
肉放多一点。
肉放多一点。
啊。
OK，这样子就包上去。
啊，这样盖住哈。
盖住它。啊。盖住它。其实这个原料，这个是跟你的那个客家油的一样吗？
不一样，oyster 不一样。
哦，oyster 不一样。
不一样。
为什么不一样呢
oyster 比较吃到肉比较多，人家要弹性一点。
哦。所以这个有比较多一点，那个猪肉碎。
猪肉跟鱼肉多一点。
鱼肉多一点，这个鱼肉多一点。
比较有弹性啊。
那这个是你的那个创造吗？还是一个客家的一个？
以前是传统下来的。
是传统下来的。哦。OK。
哎，过来每个人是好吃好意头啊。
哦。那为什么在新加坡这里是很难找得到这个？
本钱很重。哦。太贵了。
OK。
没有人要
做这个吗？哦。
所以我们不可以做了，我们老顾客啊、老前辈会吃，我卖给他。
OK。
很美啊，
很美，
非常漂亮。
OK， 下一步我要怎么做？
拿去后面蒸。
OK。Wow, the famous Chia oyster meatball. Alright. It's the first time I've ever eaten oyster meatball, so. Oh my god. That is really yummy. I can taste the bounciness of the fish paste, the texture. It's got a minced pork, but not overly meaty. It's a lot more bouncy. And that oyster in the middle is just absolutely delicious. It's this briny, concentrated sea flavor. I'm pretty confident actually at this point that I'll be able to make something similar to this. So today is the first test cook for the Hakka Yong Tau Foo. So I'm going to start with getting the fish paste and the minced pork. Okay, so the filling for Hakka Yong Tau Foo is actually the key ingredient in the dish. It has to be flavorful, it needs to be tender, it needs to have that tipo kind of taste. But however, from Mr. Chia, he told me that for the oyster meatball, he does add a bit more fish paste. So after this, once we fill in the brinjal and also the tau pork, we're going to add a bit more fish paste and then we're going to wrap the oyster meatball. Okay, so that's done. And now we go to the oyster meatball. So this is the mixture that I'm going to use for the oyster meatball. It has a larger percentage of fish paste. That's it. Oyster meatball. Making Hakka Yong Tau Foo isn't hard, but it takes time. Chopping, stuffing, steaming, frying, and making the sauce. I've been in the kitchen for almost 4 hours and this is just a test run. Hey, hi Kim, hello.
Hi John.
For today's taste test, Kim's brought Lawrence, Joe's godbrother, and Nelson, Joe's mentee. They've both tried Joe's version, so they'll know if I'm on the right track. Alright, here you go, the first test.
Wow.
Ooh. So I'm just going to put the sauce on. Ooh, wow. Maybe, Kim, you could tell me, based on what you see, any thoughts? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, it smells about there. The smell is good. Yeah, the color, the sauce is there, but I don't remember seeing so many dots.
I don't remember there being so much garlic.
Okay, it wasn't just everywhere.
Yeah,
like what you
correct,
see here.
yeah.
Okay, let's give it a taste, alright? Tell me how you feel.
I like the taste, but the thing that's missing is...
Thank you.
I like the taste, but the thing that's missing is it's not crunchy.
Crunchy?
I remember Joe's Yong Tau Foo Like when you bite into it, there's some crunchy thing inside.
Crunchy? What kind of crunch are you talking about?
It's like imagine biting the bits of apples or fruits, kind of crunch, you know. There's a that kind of texture.
Like a fresh kind of crunch, not like a peanut kind of crunch?
No, not that hard. Yeah.
That's really uncommon, I have to say. Yeah, I've never had Yong Tau Foo with a crunch.
I don't get that same umami feeling that I remembered Joseph's. I think his was a bit richer.
Okay.
I can't explain what richer is.
What do you feel about
whether
it?
he used any salted fish also.
Okay.
Maybe he used the mixed. I'm not very sure.
Maybe the umaminess from the tipo wasn't sufficient. You know, maybe more tipo should be added. Maybe we should look into salted fish as well.
I think the filling was more generous in all the
So it was
pieces.
more generous in terms of filling.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we move on now to the very quintessential Joseph oyster meatball? And let me know how you think.
It's good. Except the crunch is missing.
Okay, so the takeaways from the taste test session was that the sauce was a bit too garlicky and also the filling should be more generous. But the major thing was that crunch. A crunch was missing. Today, I'm meeting Joseph's younger sister, Jennifer, at Kim's house. I'm hoping she can point me to the secret behind that signature crunch.
Yeah, these are old photos.
Oh, this is nice. So these are your parents?
Yes, they are both Hakka. My mom is born in Singapore.
Okay.
My dad he's from China. He came to Singapore when he was about 13 years old. So the Hakka Yong Tau Foo is my father's recipe. I used to watch him make it.
I've been told, that Joseph had like some of a crunch kind of texture. What do you think they could be that gave it that crunch?
What I could recall is my dad buy water chestnut.
Water chestnut!
Yeah, water chestnut.
Okay,
so you have
okay.
to peel the water chestnut.
That makes sense now.
Of course, you soak it in water so not turn black. Chop it, rinse it. My dad used to tell me also that make a crunch feeling. It's a lot of work also.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have to peel, you have to cut.
I see. Because it's not common that you find water chestnut in Hakka Yong Tau Foo.
Yeah.
So was this like a very traditional style of Hakka Yong Tau Foo, or was it your father's recipe?
I think it's more of a family recipe. It's not so common. We did this on like a happy occasion, like Chinese New Year. I think he brought happy memory when he made this dish.
Joseph left home at a young age. He had a strained relationship with his father. Did your father and him ever reunite?
Yes. He did come back to the family in his 30s.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
This is the family together.
Oh, it's so great to hear that everyone was reunited again. Did your father ever taste Joseph's Yong Tau Foo?
Yeah, he did try. He likes his version very much.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So after speaking with Jennifer, I finally found the answer to the crunch. I mean, who would have thought water chestnuts? Because that's not a common ingredient in Hakka Yong Tau Foo. So this was truly a homemade recipe from his dad, which makes it extra special. Hi Kim! Today is the day! So the final list of ingredients we're going to serve today are mushrooms, brinjal, bidigot, chilies, and of course the oyster meatball. There's plenty to do, so Kim and her daughters, Olivia and Ashley, are joining me in the kitchen. As I've learned, it takes a village to actually make Hakka Yong Tau Foo. So I understand that Joseph poured so much heart into this dish. So actually having his family here and doing it together, it's kind of like we're stepping in his shoes and experiencing how much he put into every piece. So you guys see how much work it takes to actually stuff all these Yong Tau Foo.
Yeah, I think he didn't shy away from hard work. I mean, he's actually happy to cook for people.
Was like family dinners always a big thing for you guys?
Yeah, it was definitely important because he'll be really busy with work and stuff, meeting people, but he would reject the evening meetings because he wanted to be at home. He made sure that people knew that.
Yeah, probably most of my most precious memories with my dad was when he intentionally set time aside in his mornings, even though he starts really early, to take time with his daughters and to share his life with us and to just slow down and be there.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Definitely I can see how his his love and his influence has impacted the family. Look at your wrapping, guys. I mean, look at that. It looks professional, I would say. Are you guys excited to taste this?
Yeah, we are.
Yep.
Well, I hope I do it justice, okay? So, cross fingers! I think I'm feeling pretty confident about this dish at this moment. I may not be 100% accurate. I do hope that me preparing this dish will help them to maybe remember some of the good times with Joseph and hopefully pass on a legacy to the family. Alright, hi guys! Here it is! This is the sauce that you add on it. I'm just gonna lather it on. Joining Kim and family for dinner are Joe's mentee, Nelson, who spotted the missing crunch, and his wife, Gina.
There's crunch. Very good. The crunch is there. You also have the taste of the sauce is great.
Okay.
The one thing that stuck in my memory is that crunchiness. And you got it today. To me, that's it.
So I found out from Jennifer that the crunch comes from water chestnut.
Yes. Right.
So that really makes it uniquely Joseph's.
From what we've tasted so far, I think you got it pretty close.
How many percent would you think?
How many percent? Wow. I don't know, 80, 90 maybe.
Wow! 89, thank you.
When I taste like the Yong Tau Foo that you've made, I can really sense the warmth. And I think that warmth like really makes me miss Dad.
I think because the kitchen was so sacred, so Olivia and I were never really allowed in when he was cooking. So I think to be able to do it, I really saw a little bit of why my dad loved it. And that was really special for me.
I think to have the opportunity to do this, I'm glad it's something we could do together, and now we have something, the dish we can do as a family and to continue that tradition. So so I'm very thankful.
So now that you've eaten this and you've shared this experience together, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, okay.
This is Joseph Chien's Hakka Yong Tau Foo recipe that I've done. May not be 100%, but hopefully it serves as a good start point. So you have no excuse not to try this recipe. Cheers to Joseph! Cheers!